Good day, dear chess fans. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And today our lesson is double pin or cross pin. When single piece is pinned twice, either horizontal and vertically, or it can be diagonal and vertically, or diagonal and horizontally, or on two diagonals. So now I want to start from this position. This game was played in 1967 in Berniaska Banya. Pachman is white and the Gunnarsson is black. So here white exchange on d7 with the rook, and after rook takes d7, played queen b5. So now black rook is pinned twice, diagonal and horizontally. And here black resigned because uh, black rook cannot leave 7th rank. It will check. And if rook didn't takes c7, white takes on e8, and the white wins. So here black played rook c2, check. White has only defense rook d2. Of course, cannot play king g1 or king h1 because queen h2 checkmate. So against rook d2, black made unexpected move, queen d1. So white rook is pinned twice, horizontal and vertically, and the white resigned. Same idea. Handel is white and the Stushkevich is black, 1956. So at first white or black sacrifices exchange on g3. Rook takes g3, and now rook g8. And the white resigned because g3 rook is pinned twice, horizontal and vertically. This position is a little bit complicated. Dahl is white and the Schultz is black, Berlin, 1956. At first, white sacrifices pawn, e6. It looks like interference sacrifice, cutting connection between the queen and the bishop, so e6. Of course, cannot take with queen or pawn, so only reply is bishop takes c6. Now I press bishop d4, threatening to checkmate on g7. If g6, white plays queen e5, threatening to checkmate on g7 or h8, and against f6, bishop e6 or queen e6, white wins one piece. So first, black plays f6, weakening a 2g8 diagonal, and the white immediately exploits it. White plays queen g4. Now e6 bishop is pinned twice on two diagonals. So only reply, of course, cannot take on b3 because queen d7. Only reply is king f7. And now rook fe1 or rook e1, the white wins one piece. Black resigned. This is a study from Troitsky, composed in 1927. So both sides are pushed pawns. Check. King c7, queen c7 check. Now cannot play king a6 because checkmate, bishop c8. So black played king a8, bishop g2 check, bishop e4. And now unexpected move, queen a7. And the black bishop is pinned twice. If no pawn on b5, it will draw. But black has pawn on b5, so white wins. Because now threatening to take on e4 and win the queen. And there, if king b8, bishop takes c4, attacking the queen and threatening to checkmate on b7. This game was played in 1973. Boykov is white and Zinov is black. Black has a strong move, rook c3. The white rook is pinned twice, diagonal and the horizontal, or vertical and the horizontally. Of course, cannot take on c3 because loses queen. And if rook takes a2, rook c1 check, king h2, rook h1 or queen h1 checkmate. This game was played in 1991 in France Championship. René is white, Seret is black. And it was pair defense. Even so from first move. Castling knight h6. So instead of knight c6, it was c5 here. So black played knight h6, a4, b4, knight e4, castling queen e1. Queen c6. And after knight d6, now black made decisive mistake. No, of course, white's position is better, but anyway, better was to change on f3 and then play rook f8. Little bit passive, but playable position. But against knight d6, black played f6. So again, weakening a2, g8 diagonal, and the white immediately punished his opponent rook takes d5. So exchange sacrifice at first, and then queen e4. So d5 pawn is pinned twice on two diagonals. And the problem is, after king h8, bishop d5, black queen cannot escape to c8. So white wins clear rook. And then having no extra piece, white will soon won. Black resigned here. This game was played in Hastings in 1995, and the Thomas Luther is white and the Ketawanara Khania is black. So black defense. Pelikan system still in defense, or Chile having to variation. It was equal position, but then certain black made this such a mistake, weakening diagonal. So it was a such a mistake. F4. Bet was rook f6 with equal position, but black made mistake, and then white immediately played queen g4, pinning e6 bishop twice on two diagonals. So only reply is rook b8, and then another an excellent move, knight f5. So now, of course, cannot take on d5 because knight h6 check, and the white wins a queen. If rook takes f5, white takes with queen, and the white has exchange up. If king h8, white changes on e6. Of course, cannot take with queen because it will be checkmate. Queen is guarding g7 square. And if rook takes e6, then knight g7, white wins one piece. If black will play rook f7, white plays knight h6, check. And then white has exchange up again. So after knight f5, black played rook f6. And now distraction, bishop c6. So distracting the queen from the guardian g7 square. So here black captured on f5. And having exchange up, very soon white won. Dear chess fans, I want to remind you again, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And hope lesson made good impression on you. Good luck and see you in next lessons.